Welcome to another live edition of the Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate, America's longest running daily radio show about real estate. My name is Eric Wilner, and I am your host. And we are live at 5 p.m. That's 5 o'clock, 5 days a week. And we're here on our original AM station, 1470 on the AM dial. That is 96.9 on the FM dial, 95.3 FM on the FM dial, and a whole bunch of other places as well. Not to mention the app that you can download and for free and take us with you wherever you go. So just either the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, the Spreaker app. Those are my top 3 favorite ones. And you can just search for WWNN Money Talk Radio 1470, and it should pop right up, crystal clear, no matter where you are. And if all else is not an option, then you can always go to our website at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. Go to the top of the page, click on the Real Estate Show. You'll see you can either listen live either at 5 or at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, or you can go to any of the archives should you miss one of the shows. And I'm going to give you the highlights as we are today on our TGIF edition of the Real Estate Show. No, I didn't stutter. It's thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Florida. In fact, add another one. Thank God it's finished. And, the theme for the week, by the way, was, we're halfway done the final one. Here we are, past the midway of the month. Of the last month of the year. We spent a little bit of time the end of November going into December talking about assessments, evaluations, where you are, where is point A going to be beginning January 1st, and where is point B hopefully going to be at the end of 2021, and then designing a program, designing a plan. In fact, today at 6 o'clock, I got another one of our listeners who took me up on the strategy session. And remember, all you had to do was type in to our special direct text line. And that's 561-861-2366. Let me repeat it one more time for you. 561-861-2366. And the reason you're going to want to jot that number down, or you just might as well log it right into your cell phone, is that we have a whole bunch of goodies that we give out throughout the week, and we'll change up the words that you'll text into us. Some of them get you free admission to some of our workshops. Some of those will get you the reports that we talk about. And so, and some of them, like the word strategy, allows you to get a free one-on-one call with me about what your goals are for 2021. Remember, we announced our BHAG goal. That's our big, hairy goal, and that is that we are going to put 100 first-time home buyers, never home buyers before, into a house in 2021. That's how aggressive and how optimistic we are. That's how excited we are for the coming year. Now, we think we're going to get a little bit of help with that, with the change in the administration, the change in the policies, the end of the moratoriums is going to create a lot of activity in the marketplace. And yes, we are prepared, we are ready, and we're going to be involved in all of that activity. So a couple of things, first of all, our mission is to educate. Here on this radio show, our mission is to educate and empower more Americans to own a piece of the American dream, and that is real estate. So the more that we can do to help you out, the more that the information, knowledge that we can do to bring to you here on the Real Estate Show. If you have comments, send it to us. Go to automaticlandlord.com. That's our site, automaticlandlord.com, and send us a message. Send us good feedback. Send us constructive criticism. Send us your questions. Send us your wishes. And just love the communication between that and our Facebook group page, the fan page at The Real Estate Show on the website, at facebook.com/The Real Estate Show. The more that we can communicate and be able to talk to you a little bit and wave back and forth, from time to time, you see me reaching over to the camera. That's me waving at That's Claudia, who just joined us on our private Facebook. Now, just remember, I want to try to direct as many people over to our group page. That's The Real Estate Show on Facebook. You'll see the same red, black, and white logo. You'll see that same smiling face, and that's where you're going to go for all your real estate. Now, I always like to start the show off with a quote. And this one here is from a very famous person, Henry David Thoreau. Those of you who literary buffs would know who he is. And here's talk about an appropriate quote that came up on a calendar that I have. And it says, if you have built castles in the air, that is where they should be. Now, put foundations under them. And we've been talking about setting up your goals and everything for the new year. So it's only appropriate. Let me say that one more time. If you have built castles in the air, hopes and dreams, right? That is where they should be. Now, put foundations under them. And again, that's Henry David Thoreau. And I wanted to share that with you. A couple more announcements. Remember, not only do we have this live show Monday through Friday, and then and we're going to hit the high points of each one of those shows in just a second, Monday through Thursday. But in addition to our 5 o'clock show, 5 days a week, that's Monday through Friday, we have our 8 o'clock show at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, also 5 days a week. And if that wasn't enough, then we might as well tell you that we also have our workshops on Monday. And this coming Monday, yes, it's the week before the holidays, we still are going to have, by popular demand, we're going to have the automatic landlord debt shredder workshop. And if you want to come to that, type the word equity, and we'll send you a free link to come to that and attend that workshop. It's space limited, so it's once that fills up, then we won't be able to be sending out any more of the free links. So take advantage of us. 561-861-2366. Text the word equity to 561-861-2366. By the way, one of the constructive criticisms that I received this week is that I said the phone number too fast, too few times. So if I say it a bunch of times, you'll know why. I took it to heart. Tuesday, and we're going to do this Tuesday, and in fact, Leo, we did it Tuesday and Thursday this week, our Credit Accelerator workshop. And so you're invited to attend. We're going to do it Tuesday night. We're going to do it Thursday night. Now, we also are building an expansion team around this. Credit is a hot topic. If you haven't been listening to me about anything, hopefully you've been listening to me about what to do about helping your credit. And I'm going to talk about that because that was a topic also involved in our Tuesday show. But if you want to attend, if you want to go ahead and reserve your spot now for the Credit Accelerator workshop next Tuesday or Thursday, then go to 561-861-2366 and type in the word credit, just the word credit, and the rest will happen auto-magically, just like the automatic landlord. Then Thursday, we have our big roundtable. Now, I'm sorry to say that last night was our last one for the year. This is a great opportunity, and we had some new faces last night at the roundtable. These are entrepreneurs. These are real estate investors that come together and discuss, different ideas, different topics. And we have a little bit of a free-for-all. We always bring a little bit of a topic to sort of stir up the conversation. But really, one of my favorite things, and it's a very dynamic, very positive, like-minded individuals looking to make their lives better, improve themselves. Personal enrichment is what we agreed that it was. It was a personal enrichment experience, and that's Thursday nights. And so that there, well, I won't even get out the code because we're not going to have that for the next 2 weeks. Next Thursday being Christmas Eve, and the following Thursday being New Year's Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is flying, and we're just about out of time there. So before I jump into the second half of the show, where I'm going to go down the agenda of the week, which we started on Monday, we'll talk about the strategy, the credit, and the path home. Tuesday, we talked about our new program, this big, hairy, audacious goal that we're talking about, putting 100 folks in there. This is going to be great for homeowners, first-time homeowners. This is going to be fantastic for investors out there. So if you've been listening to this show with an eye towards investing real estate, and you're wondering what's a simple and safe way to get involved in investing in real estate, well, listen to what I talked about Tuesday. Listen to the Tuesday show in its entirety to get the details. And then also on our Thursday show, which I'll get to, we talked about some of the financing, the unique financing things that 30 plus years of experience will help you get to places that most people don't even know exist. A lot like our new doctor program that I just was talking about today, that we're also going to be rolling out in the new year. This is a special program just for those in the medical field, primarily doctors, that is 100% financing, great rates, great. I mean, even if you haven't even started working as a doctor, there's special programs out there that most people never even hear about. But where else did you hear it? But on the Real Estate Show. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break here. A few words from our sponsors. Don't touch that dial. My name is Eric Wilner, and I will be right back. So anyway, I'm going to put that there. Hey, Claudio. Erica, as always, wave back at you all the way over there and all the way over there. You got to love the home studio arrangement. She works uptown over there. I work downtown over here in the radio studio, aka corporate cafeteria, aka dining room. So anyway, it's kind of fun there. Anyway, real active day. I didn't do the updates at the beginning of the show since I'm going to be getting into the midweek report on Wednesday. And I'm going to do not only the updates that we did on Wednesday, but I got a couple of new stuff going on as well. And let's see if might even touch on the COVID updates. You know, it's interesting. I was listening to one of the old shows back when the whole COVID thing started. And remember I said, here we are once again. You know, one of the topics is the stimulus talks stalled again. I don't want to blow all my thunder here, but one of my 4 premises, I said there's 4 things that what I call the 4 delusions. One is that the check's in the mail, right? For many of you, never even got your original stimulus package. And here we are not seeing the second one come out for months. Anyway, the music's coming back. And welcome back for those of you who might just be joining us here on the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Wilner, and we are live Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. Eastern Time and also at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, we talked a little bit about some of the workshops that we also have throughout the week, so you can check out all of this information. It's all up and posted and recorded on our website at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. Now, the agenda as we set up on our Monday shows, and our Monday show, we call it our Mondays on a Mission, and we always talk about the agenda for the week, and we always kind of set the theme, and as I said, here we are halfway through the last month of, the 12th round of a 12-round calendar year, or what I like to say, halfway done, the final one. And so here we are already looking at the new year, less than 2 weeks away. In fact, I think it is 8 days, 8 days in counting for what are we? The 13 days to the end of the year, 8 days till some of the holidays. And then we talked a little bit about setting up these strategy sessions. We talked about the credit. Now, credit is like I said, I can't emphasize enough. If there's one number that's the most important number for most people's finances, is their credit. That either opens up a lot of doors if you're in the 800s, it closes a lot of doors if you're in the low 600s or lower. And somewhere between 680 and 800 is sort of where the majority of the people fall. but it's not until you have the 800 scores that all of the programs really open up. And as I was saying, is that I hope you've used this pandemic time to focus on getting down to the reason, getting a copy of your credit report, getting a copy of your credit score so that you know where you stand and maybe why you're there. Now, there's nothing on your credit report that can't be fixed, okay? And we've done that. We showed some examples of folks going from the 400s to the 700s, from the 500s to the 700s. And if we can do that, certainly we can help you from the 600s. Just spoke with someone on Wednesday that was just, at that 660 mark and got turned down for a loan. And, that's something that we're definitely going to be able to solve. So anyway, Monday sets the tone. Get ready, get fired up. We're going to, on your marks, get ready to restart the year. Then Tuesday, which is our tools, tips, and techniques. And we always like to kind of bring it from the conceptual down to the practical. And that's where we were talking about, this program, the Path to Homeownership. And we've designed this so we're going to be able to, in automatic landlord style, we'll know exactly how you fit in. What you need to do, obviously, no one's going to call you. You have to call us for us to get the process started. But no matter where you fall on the rainbow, from can't get a loan no matter what to an 800 credit score, we can figure out exactly where you are, because maybe you have an 800 credit score, but you have no money to put down. And so we started going into this Path to Homeownership, which begins with finding out where you are. Are you in a rental situation right now? Are you living with parents and not documenting anything? This is a really cool assessment. And so, remember the phone number that I told you to write down, 561-861-2366. If you type in the word path home, then we can get you started on that process. There's no cost whatsoever for the evaluation. And then we're going to show you exactly what you need to do to become a homeowner in 2021. Remember, I want 100 people. And if you know somebody that should be, and they're not listening to this show, turn them on to this show, turn them on to that phone number, have them contact us there. And so we talked about not only the credit aspect that I was just talking about, but grants. We've got grants. These are basically down payment money that you don't have to pay back. And just imagine if that was your only problem. You had great credit, good income, but you didn't have the money. Why wait? Home prices are constantly rising. And one thing that I can tell you, that 10 years from now, 5 years from now, the home prices will be higher than they are today. Will there be plateaus? Will there be dips along the way? Very possibly. But even from the Great Recession, think about it, even from the Great Depression, real estate prices are far higher than they were back then. And so it's always just a matter of time of working it out. The law of averages: over the last 100 years, real estate appreciates approximately 5 to 7%. So every year that you postpone that process, it's one more year you're gonna have to make up and save an extra 5% of your down payment to put down. So we talked about financing, and we've got financing everything from the best conventional, some little known stuff like I talked about with the doctor loan just a few minutes ago, to private financing that will finance where we will go where the banks won't go. And all I said is that you show me somebody who's coachable and cooperative. Those two things, coachable and cooperative, there's no reason, none. It's not the down payment, it's not the credit, and it's not going to be because there's no financing available out there. And as I mentioned, we also have some very unique, exclusive down payment assistance programs, which are in various different forms. But the bottom line is that your down payment is not the reason. If you're saying that the only reason I don't have a home of my own is because I don't have a down payment, throw that excuse out. 561-861-2366. And like I said, text the word path home and send it to us, and we'll make sure that we get it. You can also call and leave a message on that phone number, the good old fashioned voicemail. Nowadays, everybody loves to text though. So that was that. And again, if you need help on credit, if credit is your thing, type in the word credit to 561-861-2366. Well, now let's jump to the midweek report. Wednesdays, we always like to kind of catch up on the current events as they relate to real estate. Now, yes, COVID-19 sure is related to real estate because you have to shelter in place. Now, we are in the business, the real estate business, of the basic needs, the very base foundation of Maslow's hierarchy, shelter. The three main budget items for everyone is food, shelter, and transportation. And the numbers obviously have been very, very high. Just in the US now, we're approaching 17 million documented cases. 16,756,600 was the last number that I saw. There's 64.8, let's just call it 65 cases per thousand. No, I'm sorry, 65 cases per 100,000 were fatalities, deaths. So we're at a large number. Now, happily, Florida is below that average. And I heard another statistic that was very interesting, or sad in a way, is that California is the third largest place of COVID behind only the United States and Brazil, which is kind of surprising and obviously alarming. Then we talked about deaths so far in the United States, 306,000 and 236,000 new cases in just the last 7 days. That's how high the number, we've been averaging something like 65,000 a day going on. So now I was looking at the charts, and this is why I was kind of interested in all these numbers, is I was looking at the charts and looking at how the graph was. And you can tell as the numbers, they plot them out day by day, and where it's now starting to level out. Now with the vaccines, that should be a good thing. And we should see that have an effect on it as well. And they're predicting that it'll be leveling off at around January 1st. What a coincidence. January 1st, and we should see the numbers start to go down. Coincidence? You tell me. January 31st right now, because of all the stall in the relief conversation and the stimulus and all of that stuff, right now that date is still a hard date of January 31st. The numbers are leveling off and falling. Do you think they're going to extend the moratorium past January 31st? Right now, it's not looking like that based on the charts, the graphs, and where Congress seems to be going. We talked on Wednesday a lot about the stimulus package. $900 billion was a big number. Direct payments, $600 a month, $600 one-time payment for most families. We talked about the unemployment boost on the national level on top of the local levels. If you want to get all those details, go back to the automaticlandlord.com and listen to our Wednesday show. I want to jump ahead there because there was a whole bunch. We talked about what the delays were, what we thought would happen. And this, I think, is a real help for real estate investors as you start to make your own picture, your own decisions. And hopefully you're going to be on board with what I say. We're going to make our own economy. We have to make our own economy in 2021. And that's why we're very, very bullish. By the way, when was the last time that the president of the United States during any administration ever signed your paycheck? He's so far removed. And so the financing, we talked about that on Thursday, and we talked about financing for our big goals. And we talked about the different places that comes from. We talked about the fact that our financing includes credit repair. Where else have you heard that before? We talked about the ability, you can do it yourself credit repair, or you can do it where you have the assistance from the financing helping you. And in fact, even a done for you version of credit repair. How about work for equity built into your financing of your home, that you can actually build up credits towards your down payment, and in fact on the ability to build equity while you're doing that work for equity. We talk a little bit about the bonus credits that are available, and that's based on timely payments and some of the other special promotions that we get our investors to include from time to time, not to mention added payments, accelerated payments, and remember our equity accelerator workshop that we have also. So as you can see, it was a very full and active week here on the Real Estate Show. If you missed any of the shows, you can always go check them out at automaticlandlord.com. But more than everything, stay up to date, stay current, and tell some more people. If you're watching us on our Facebook page, make sure you hit the follow button so that you get the alerts and you can get updates as we announce them here on the Real Estate Show. Well, that's it for today here. There's only a couple more minutes between me and happy hour here on a Friday. So I want to remind you, until our next program, drive safe, wash those hands, and make it a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you, Daniel. Have a great weekend. Hang up and goodbye. So that wraps it up on the air for the Real Estate Show. I'll spend a couple minutes here just on the live. First of all, I'm going to shut down the YouTube first. Brian, thanks for coming and being a regular listener. And I will talk to you in the near future. Take care. End and end.